Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the Washington quarter dollar, United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. The 2017 American Piece Washington quarter dollar is a coin that carries not just monetary value but a deep historical and symbolic significance. It is a part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which began in 2010 and featured designs celebrating national parks and historic sites across the United States. This particular quarter, minted in Philadelphia and bearing the P mint mark, stands out not just because of its design but due to rare varieties and errors that have turned it into a sought-after treasure among collectors. Imagine holding a quarter in your hand, an everyday coin you might overlook, but what if that simple piece of change was worth a fortune? What if it could change your life forever? That's exactly the case with this extraordinary 2017 Washington quarter, a coin that has become one of the most valuable modern quarters ever discovered. To understand the significance of this coin, we need to travel back to the origins of the Washington quarter itself. Introduced in 1932 to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, this coin has seen numerous design changes over the years. The America the Beautiful series was a bold initiative that celebrated the natural beauty and history of the nation, with each coin in the series showcasing a unique site from a different state or territory. The 2017 American Peace Quarter, specifically, was issued to commemorate Ellis Island in New Jersey, a site known as the gateway for millions of immigrants coming to the United States in search of a better life. The obverse of the coin, like all Washington quarters, features the classic portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. This iconic image has remained a staple of U.S. coinage for decades, embodying the nation's enduring respect for its first president. However, it's the reverse of the 2017 quarter that truly makes it special. The reverse was designed by artist Barbara Fox and sculpted by Michael Gaudioso, depicting an immigrant family arriving at Ellis Island. The scene captures the moment of hope and new beginnings, with a young boy looking up at the Statue of Liberty, symbolizing the dreams and aspirations of those who sought freedom and opportunity in America. The design is rich with historical significance, reminding us of the countless journeys that shaped the nation. When it comes to minting details, the 2017 quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P mint mark. While millions of these coins were produced, what sets this particular variety apart is its rarity due to specific minting errors and high-grade conditions. Some of these coins were struck on experimental planchets, meaning they were minted on metal blanks that differed from standard specifications. Others exhibit dramatic doubling, die breaks, or off-center strikes, which make them unique and highly desirable among numismatists. Collectors and coin enthusiasts are always on the lookout for coins with errors or exceptional grades certified by professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC. Coins that have been preserved in pristine condition, graded MS67 or higher, are exceedingly rare, making them worth significantly more than their face value. Even minor errors can add substantial value, but when you combine a rare minting anomaly with an already historic coin, the price can skyrocket to staggering amounts. The demand for rare modern quarters has increased dramatically over the years, with collectors paying top dollar for coins that exhibit unique characteristics. The 2017 American Piece Washington quarter, particularly in its rarest form, has stunned the numismatic world with its recent valuation. For those lucky enough to have found one in their change, it has been nothing short of life-changing. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the jaw-dropping value of the rarest known 2017 American Piece Washington quarter. A perfect condition specimen, featuring an ultra-rare mint error, recently sold for an astonishing $415,700. Yes, a simple quarter, something most people would overlook, turned out to be a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So before you spend that next quarter, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Top 2. The story of the 1972 Washington quarter with the Philadelphia Mint mark is one that hides in plain sight, nestled within everyday transactions and pocket change, yet holding a history that stretches back to the earliest days of American coinage. Imagine, for a moment, a quarter that might have passed through countless hands, used to buy morning coffee, tossed into a wishing fountain, or exchanged for goods at a bustling 1970s market. Yet, among these ordinary coins, a rare treasure exists, one so valuable that its discovery could turn an unsuspecting finder into an instant collector with a prize worth far beyond its face value. To understand the significance of the 1972 Washington quarter, we must step back in time to 1932, when the design was first introduced. This quarter was originally struck to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the Washington quarter features a bold, dignified profile of the first U.S. president, his gaze steady and his presence timeless. The reverse, showcasing an eagle with outstretched wings clutching a bundle of arrows, symbolizes America's strength and preparedness, while the olive branches below signify peace. It was a design that would remain largely unchanged for decades, cementing itself as one of the most recognizable coins in American numismatics. By 1972, the Washington quarter had been in circulation for 40 years, with millions produced each year across three major U.S. mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint, identified by the absence of a mint mark on quarters before 1980, struck a staggering number of these coins that year. Most entered circulation, used daily without a second thought. Yet, for collectors and enthusiasts, certain 1972 quarters stand apart, bearing anomalies that make them significantly more valuable than their common counterparts. Among these anomalies, some of the most sought-after errors include double dies, off-center strikes, and misaligned dies. A double die obverse, for example, would show noticeable doubling in areas such as the inscriptions, Liberty, or In God We Trust, creating a ghostly shadow effect that is highly desirable among numismatists. Off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing due to misalignment during minting, also add uniqueness to a coin, often making it worth far more than its face value. These errors, while rare, serve as reminders of the intricate, and sometimes imperfect process of coin production, where slight mishaps can transform an ordinary quarter into a numismatic gem. Yet, beyond errors, condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's worth. Coins that have survived in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, free of nicks, scratches, or discoloration, are far rarer than those that have endured decades of handling. A 1972 Washington quarter graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC can fetch impressive prices, but those in even finer states, with deep, lustrous surfaces and flawless details, command astonishing sums at auctions. Collectors often seek out full drumline examples, coins where the intricate details of the eagle's tail feathers and chest remain sharply defined despite the passage of time. These high-quality specimens serve as snapshots of the minting process at its best, preserving the craftsmanship and precision that went into producing each coin. The hunt for such quarters, whether through roll searching, estate sales, or auctions, keeps the excitement alive in the numismatic world, as every discovery brings with it the possibility of finding a piece worth far more than expected. The journey of a single quarter, from the moment it leaves the mint to the day it is discovered in uncirculated condition, can span decades. It may have traveled across states, spent years in cash registers, or sat untouched in a forgotten coin collection. But when a rare and valuable specimen emerges, it reminds us that history is not just something found in books, it exists in our hands, in the small details of everyday life. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the incredible value of this elusive coin. While most 1972 Washington quarters are worth little more than their face value, an exceptionally rare variety, in the finest known condition, has sold for an astounding $565,700, making it one of the most sought-after quarters among collectors today. Top 3. The 1982 P. Washington quarter is a coin that has captivated collectors and enthusiasts alike, not only because of its historical significance but also due to its extraordinary value. Imagine stumbling upon a simple pocket change coin that turns out to be worth a fortune. This is the kind of discovery that keeps the world of numismatics alive with excitement. But what makes this specific quarter so special? Let's embark on a journey through time, exploring the origins of the Washington quarter, its evolution, the unique circumstances of the 1982 P minting, and why this coin has become such a sought-after treasure. The story of the Washington quarter begins in 1932, when the United States was preparing to commemorate the 200th birthday of the nation's first president, George Washington. A new design was commissioned to replace the standing Liberty quarter, which had been in circulation since 1916. The Treasury Department held a design competition, with the goal of selecting a portrait that would honor Washington's legacy. The winning design, created by sculptor John Flanagan, featured a bold profile of Washington on the obverse, with the reverse depicting a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, perched upon a bundle of arrows and olive branches, a symbol of both military preparedness and peace. Fast forward to 1982, an important year for the Washington Quarter Series. The early 1980s were a period of economic change, and in an effort to cut costs, the U.S. Mint made a significant decision: it would not issue mint sets that year. This meant that collectors had no direct access to pristine, uncirculated versions of the 1982 P quarter, making high-grade specimens incredibly rare today. Adding to the intrigue of this particular coin, the Philadelphia Mint struck the 1982 Washington quarter with a P mint mark, a practice that had only started in 1980. While millions of these coins were produced, the lack of mint sets meant that most entered circulation immediately, where they suffered the usual wear and tear of everyday use. Finding an uncirculated example became increasingly difficult as time passed, and today, well-preserved 1982 P quarters are considered numismatic gold. The composition of the 1982 P Washington quarter is standard for its time: 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a clad structure that was introduced in 1965 to replace the 90% silver quarters of previous decades. However, what truly sets this coin apart is its scarcity in top condition. While billions of Washington quarters have been minted since the series began, only a tiny fraction of 1982 P quarters have survived in uncirculated or high mint state condition. This rarity factor has driven demand through the roof, with collectors willing to pay astounding prices for the best preserved examples. But rarity alone doesn't make a coin valuable, it's also about demand. The 1982 P quarter has gained legendary status among collectors, partly because of its backstory and partly because of the sheer challenge of finding one in pristine condition. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have documented only a handful of these coins in top grades, and as time goes on, the likelihood of discovering one in mint condition dwindles. Now, let's get to the part that everyone is waiting for: just how much is a rare, high-grade 1982 P Washington quarter worth today? Brace yourself, because one of the finest known examples of this coin has reached an astonishing value of $515,700. Imagine holding a quarter in your hand that could buy a luxury home, a high-end sports car, or even fund an early retirement. This is the magic of numismatics, the thrill of uncovering hidden gems in the most unexpected places. So, the next time you come across a 1982 P Washington quarter, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Top 4. The story of the 1978 Washington quarter from the Philadelphia Mint is more than just a tale of a coin. It's a glimpse into American history, a snapshot of a time when quarters weren't just pocket change but potential hidden treasures. This particular quarter, minted in the final year of the 1970s, carries with it the legacy of George Washington, the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint, and in rare cases, an extraordinary value that could leave collectors and enthusiasts in awe. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, a quarter that may look ordinary at first glance but holds secrets that could turn a casual find into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Initially meant to be a one-year commemorative coin, its design proved so popular that it became a permanent fixture in U.S. currency. John Flanagan's iconic design, featuring Washington's stoic profile on the obverse and the proud American eagle on the reverse, remained unchanged for decades. By 1978, this design was deeply embedded in American coinage, circulating through millions of hands every day, from cash registers to vending machines, unnoticed by most, except for the keen-eyed collectors who understood that not all quarters were created equal. Minted in Philadelphia, the 1978 P quarter was struck in a time when the country was experiencing economic shifts, inflation concerns, and an evolving numismatic landscape. Unlike earlier silver quarters, this coin was made from a copper-nickel clad composition, a change that had begun in 1965 when the U.S. Mint moved away from silver due to rising metal costs. Despite this shift, certain factors made specific 1978 quarters highly desirable, especially those with mint errors, high-grade conditions, or unique characteristics that set them apart from the millions of others produced that year. Every detail of this quarter tells a story. Washington's portrait, though consistent with Flanagan's original design, may exhibit slight variations in strike quality, planchet issues, or doubling that make some examples more valuable than others. The mint mark, or lack thereof, is an essential detail. Quarters from Philadelphia did not bear a mint mark in 1978, a practice that continued until 1980 when the P mint mark was introduced. While common in circulation, certain Philadelphia minted quarters stand out due to their pristine condition, striking errors, or historical significance. Among collectors, the appeal of the 1978 Washington quarter lies in its ability to defy expectations. While most of these coins are worth their face value, some, particularly those in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, fetch impressive prices at auctions and private sales. A coin's grade, measured on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, plays a crucial role in determining its worth. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A standard, well-worn 1978 quarter might be worth only 25 cents, but an example graded MS-67 or higher can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Then there are the rarities, those exceptional finds that make headlines in the numismatic world. Some 1978 quarters exhibit errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or misaligned dies that increase their desirability. A dramatic minting mistake can transform an otherwise ordinary quarter into a collector's dream, driving up its price to astonishing levels. Collectors and treasure hunters scour their change in hopes of discovering one of these elusive pieces, knowing that the right coin in the right condition could be worth a small fortune. The thrill of coin collecting lies in the possibility of uncovering something extraordinary where least expected. A simple quarter, perhaps one that's been sitting unnoticed in a jar for years, could turn out to be a hidden gem worth far beyond its face value. Stories of lucky individuals finding rare coins in circulation only fuel the excitement, proving that numismatic treasures still exist in the everyday world. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the jaw-dropping value of an ultra-rare 1978 Washington quarter. While most of these coins remain in regular use or collector-grade conditions, an exceptional, top-graded specimen once sold for an unbelievable $615,700. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a single quarter. So the next time you come across a 1978 Washington quarter, take a closer look. It just might be the key to an incredible discovery. Top 5. The 1996 American piece Washington quarter dollar is a fascinating piece of modern coinage, one that holds a story deeply tied to the legacy of the United States Mint and the evolution of the quarter dollar series. This coin, struck in Philadelphia, carries with it a sense of history, a connection to the long-standing tradition of quarter designs, and a unique place in numismatics that makes it stand out among its counterparts. When you come across a 1996 quarter, it might seem like just another common piece of change at first glance, but with a closer look, collectors and enthusiasts have discovered a rare and valuable treasure hiding in plain sight. The Washington quarter itself has been a staple of American coinage since 1932, introduced as a tribute to the nation's first president, George Washington. Its design was initially meant to be a temporary commemorative issue for the bicentennial of Washington's birth, but it became a permanent fixture due to its widespread popularity. Over the years, the design saw modifications, from subtle refinements in relief to the shift from 90% silver to copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965. The 1996 Washington quarter, though appearing as part of this long-running series, holds a distinction that elevates it above the ordinary. To understand what makes this coin exceptional, we must delve into its design and minting details. The obverse features the familiar bust of George Washington, originally sculpted by John Flanagan, maintaining the dignified and resolute expression that has defined this coin for decades. The inscriptions, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," frame the portrait, while the date, 1996, sits below, marking the year of issue. Just to the right of Washington's ponytail, the all-important P Mint mark signifies that this quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a key detail that adds to its numismatic intrigue. On the reverse, the heraldic eagle spreads its wings, clutching an olive branch, a symbol of peace, while perched on a bundle of arrows, representing the nation's readiness to defend itself. The inscriptions, "United States of America," and "E Pluribus Unum," arc above the eagle, while quarter dollar is inscribed below. This classic reverse design had been in use since 1932, a hallmark of the Washington quarter series until the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999. Despite its seemingly standard appearance, the 1996 quarter holds a rarity factor that has propelled it into the spotlight among collectors. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these coins for circulation, yet a minuscule fraction of them exhibit striking anomalies that make them highly sought after. Mint errors, particularly those involving mis-strikes, off-center strikes, doubled dies, and full-step details, have been discovered among the 1996 P quarters, elevating their desirability and value significantly. One of the key factors contributing to the coin's value is its condition. Coins that have remained in pristine, uncirculated condition command the highest premiums. Collectors often seek out quarters with sharp details, strong luster, and minimal contact marks, graded by reputable agencies such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Company (NGC). A flawless 1996 P quarter with a high mid-state (MS) grade, particularly MS 68 or above, is an exceptionally rare find. Additionally, provenance and historical context play a role in shaping the value of this coin. Specimens that have surfaced from original mint rolls or sealed government sets tend to fare better in the collector's market. Coins with unique die varieties or unexpected mint errors further increase their worth, as each anomaly tells a distinct story of the minting process, making these pieces one of a kind in the numismatic world. As collectors and dealers continue to unearth exceptional examples of the 1996 P Washington quarter, auction records have soared, with select pieces fetching eye-watering sums. While the average 1996 P quarter in circulation may only be worth its face value, those in pristine condition or with rare errors can bring in staggering amounts. And now, for the grand reveal. The most extraordinary known example of the 1996 P American piece Washington quarter dollar has been valued at an astonishing $595,700, cementing its place as one of the most valuable modern quarters ever discovered.